Before the dinosaurs, before the roar of Tyrannosaurus, before the thunder of giant footsteps shaking the ground, Earth was already a nightmare. It was a world of fire, a world of poisoned skies, a world where monsters ruled the oceans long before any reptile ever walked on land. If you think dinosaurs were the beginning of terror, you have no idea what came before. Travel back with me, 4.5 billion years. There are no forests, no animals, no blue sky. The planet is a burning sphere of molten rock. Asteroids rain from space, volcanoes erupt non-stop, and the air is thick with carbon dioxide, methane, and sulfur. If you breathed it, you'd die instantly. This is the newborn Earth. Slowly, over millions of years, the surface cools, steam condenses, rain falls for centuries, and oceans form. And in those dark, boiling waters, life begins. Not beasts, not monsters, just microscopic cells, tiny, invisible organisms drifting in a hostile sea. But these small life forms are about to change the planet forever. They begin producing oxygen. At first, oxygen is poison to most life, triggering one of the first mass extinctions in Earth's history. But over time, oxygen fills the atmosphere. The sky transforms. The planet becomes breathable. Without this silent revolution, dinosaurs would never exist. Fast forward to 541 million years ago. The oceans explode with life. This is the Cambrian world, and it does not look friendly. Strange creatures dominate the seas. Armored trilobites crawl along the ocean floor. Spiked, segmented bodies drift through alien waters. And then there is an Pilocaris, nearly a meter long, with compound eyes, grasping appendages, and a circular mouth lined with sharp plates. For its time, it is a sea demon. This is Earth's first age of predators. No dinosaurs yet, only armored nightmares beneath the waves. For millions of years, land is barren rock. Nothing lives there. Then plants crawl out of the ocean. They cling to wet soil. They spread, and they grow taller. Soon, forests rise, and where plants go, animals follow. Arthropods crawl onto land. Insects evolve, and oxygen levels are far higher than today, which means something terrifying. Insects grow gigantic. Dragonflies with wingspans over 2 feet, millipedes as long as a human. Imagine walking through a swamp and hearing the hum of something the size of a hawk. Only a dragonfly. The land is no longer empty. It is alive, and it is dangerous. Now we enter the Permian world. Reptile-like creatures dominate. One of them is Dimetrodon. Massive head, razor teeth, and a huge sail rising from its back. Most people think it's a dinosaur. It's not. It lived millions of years before dinosaurs even existed. And here's the twist. Dimetrodon is more closely related to us, to mammals, than it is to dinosaurs. The world is ruled by strange hybrids of evolution, with the continents fused into a single supercontinent, Pangaea. And then, everything collapses. 252 million years ago, the worst extinction event in Earth's history. Volcanoes in what is now Siberia erupt for thousands of years. Lava floods the land. Carbon dioxide floods the sky. The planet overheats. Oceans lose oxygen, and marine ecosystems collapse. 90% of marine life vanishes. 70% of land species disappear. This is not the extinction that killed the dinosaurs. This is far worse. It is called the Great Dying. For a moment, life almost loses, but evolution is relentless. From the ruins of extinction, new reptiles rise. Small, fast, adaptive. The world enters the Triassic period. The climate is hot, the land is recovering, and among the survivors are early dinosaurs. At first, they are small. They are not yet rulers. They compete with other reptilian groups. But over millions of years, they adapt better. They move more efficiently. They breathe more effectively. They grow larger. And when another extinction event strikes, many competitors vanish. Dinosaurs remain. Now the stage is theirs. So what was Earth like before dinosaurs? It was not peaceful. It was a brutal laboratory of evolution, a volcanic inferno, an alien ocean kingdom, a jungle of giant insects, and a desert ruled by reptile-mammal hybrids. Dinosaurs did not invent the era of monsters. They inherited a world already shaped by catastrophe. They were not the first rulers. They were survivors of a world that had already burned, drowned, and nearly died. When we look at fossils of dinosaurs, we see giants, but beneath them lies a deeper story. A forgotten age, an era when the real monsters were experiments of evolution, creatures that rose and fell long before the first dinosaur took a step. Before dinosaurs, there were monsters, After dinosaurs, there was us. And one day, the Earth will continue without us as well, because the planet doesn't need kings. It only needs survivors. Thanks for watching, and if you found this journey into the deep past as fascinating as I do, be sure to subscribe for more.